Yo, how's it going, everyone? Here's that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream here on a Friday morning. Got a nice hot cup of tea to start off the day. I just used up my boosts on the EU4 stage, so we'll just finish up doing the dailies here. How's everyone doing? I'm not expecting any news or anything on for the next Dokkan Fest today. I think we'll probably see that by the end of the weekend, maybe. But you know, there's always a possibility. I guess we could get a teaser or something today, maybe. But I wouldn't expect it. So. How's everyone doing? Drace, Mia, Dylan, Fresh Smoker, ED, how's it going? Oh, Rog with Tech UI versus Cell Max. Alright, we could give that a go. Hey, Massive G, how's it going? Been good. Had something brighten my mood after a bad day. Oh, that's good. Don't know if it's too. If you want to share, I don't know whether I should say what is it in case it's something you don't want to say publicly. But yeah, that's good. Double G4 in the new red zone. Yeah, I did do the. Well, actually, no, it wasn't the red zone, was it? It was the climax battle. We did Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta versus Cell. That was fun. And yes, he did absolutely whoop his ass. It was good times.
All right, let's do this.
I really thought this had just started already. Yeah, Kenan, how's it going? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta has aged in a sort of weird way where he's not like super crazy still, but there's definitely. Oh. Excuse me. You know when you can feel a sneeze is coming. Yeah, he's not super crazy, but there are definitely still some events where he can still be really good, especially against bosses that have Ki Blast supers, because obviously super attack countering is very good. Hey, thank you, Gant, over on the Twitch side. How you guys doing?
All right, let's do this.
HELG4 always one of the most fun units. It does caveman big damage and it's awesome. Yeah, mine only has one dupe, so I definitely want more dupes for him. But Oh yeah, his team as a whole, obviously GT Heroes is obviously very good because of the in Super Saiyan 4s and some of the other characters, but it's not so much him himself. Like, I'm just talking about in individual performance. He's still very good in a lot of events. I remember there's those. Remember when those like the Hybrid Saiyans Blue Zone thing came out, and he was just getting destroyed by like turn 1 supers by them. Make sure my pattern is sorted. I think I did it just before I started the stream, so. Yeah, make sure you refresh your pattern. How many of the things do I have? I always try and make sure I go into the next one with like a decent amount. Do I have no? Oh wow, yeah, I really just traded those all in straight away, huh? To 923 of these bad boys. I get 131 stones when the GDC starts. Love to see it. Okay, yeah, 487. It's not bad. So yeah, we had the request for Realm of Gods versus the new Cell Max with Tech UI. Oh right, yeah, we're still on units that need to be link leveled.
Alright, let's do this.
First turn is now Cell Max. I have a feeling I won't get Part 2 LRs for the rest of this year. Oof. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Oh man. There's no point even floating him off. Should we just do this and see if Tech UI can not fumble? Alright, well he dodged the attack in slot 1, that's good. Well, he didn't sell, so there is that. No, we didn't die. Physical UI got the EX Super, but it doesn't matter because it's turn 1. Yeah, I know. Sparking Zero getting full Super Saiyan. That's kind of crazy. Who would have thought? I mean, technically the Dragon Ball card game is the first, like, Dragon Ball game, but in terms of, like, Dragon Ball video game, yeah. This is the free-to-play Namek Goku OST. I haven't listened to a lot of the newer OSTs. Right, so... You don't need to get 24 key because it's your first turn. That's right, you try and super physical UI Goku on his first turn. Tech UI is low-key good now, considering he's the only superclass domain. Yeah, that is true, because yeah, we do have some bosses now in the current thing that have the territory skills. I think we should win this turn, because UI Goku doesn't do crazy damage. Blue Goku doesn't do crazy damage, but in Vegeta can. So with both of these guys like softening him up. And obviously Vegeta gets extra defense from the Blue Goku Super. So should be more than good here. Do Cyberman leader skill with heroes? Well, unfortunately, they nerfed the Cyberman leader skill, so Cyberman lead thing only works with the Cyberman team. They nerfed the big buff to all other characters part of his leader skill, so you can't do that, unfortunately. We did try that while the buff was still available. But yeah, you can't do that anymore. Alright, let's see. We just need to get to the next turn of Tech UI and then he can use his domain. Nice EX Super from Goku, so he doesn't need to worry about dodging now. Yeah, if they didn't, he basically became like the best leader in the game for many, many units, which, I mean, is funny, but it's like any team that didn't have a proper full 200 or full 220 lead would just get a better leader skill off the Cybermen, which was hilarious. I don't think the gods would outperform Vegeta. Vegeta easily outdamages them on the first couple of turns, and he provides support to the rest of the team. The only thing they really have over him is they're better defensively on turn 1 and on the turn where they transform, but that's pretty much it. That Vegeta is an absolute beast. Ooh. Yeah, see, there you go. There's what we were expecting. There's the Tech UI fumble. Eh. Because really, we want him to be on turn 2 and then float him off straight away. Because then he just comes back on turn 5 and then we can use his thing. Okay, so just do this again for now. Still like that manga team. Yeah, they were fun, but I mean most of them haven't aged very well. Namek Frieza, funnily enough, was good for the Namek Frontier for some of the things, but Oh, he was in slot 7. That's annoying. Well, still, regardless, he does only have to be on one turn before he gets his thing, so I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Someone say beans? And so if you remember, you could say beans. I mean, technically you can say beans, but you know. Does pork come with them? Sometimes. Yes, the UI slot 7 is a sick joke. I know, it's not great, is it? Not what we would have wanted, but... Just about to see in the check-in channel. I thought you might have been. You coming in actually just reminded me. In fact, I haven't done it for ages. Alright, so Tech UI has to survive one turn. Okay, so far so good. Well, the only reason we were doing this is because we're just going to mess around and do some new challenges for the red zone. So basically, whatever you guys want, really. We're just having a sort of chill mess about stream. And somebody said Tech UI on Realm of Gods versus Cellmax. And usually when someone suggests a thing, unless it's like basically impossible, I always give it like a couple of goes. UI doing 0 damage, let's go. But he dodged the super, and then next turn we can use the thing, so... Oh, is it 5th turn from his entry? Oh, God. If it's 5th turn from his entry, then we're going to be in trouble. Let me double check. Oh, yeah, it is from his entry turn. Oh, God. Well, so much for that, then, I guess. I think my Tech UI is only like 55 or 60, 69%, so I'm also not expecting him to be super crazy. in general. I think they were afraid of making him like too powerful, because obviously like having a turn of guaranteed dodge and then having he counters every single attack is like really powerful if the unit is really, really good. So right, so you have guaranteed dodge. He's supering in every turn. Cool. Well, you give a buff, so you actually should just go first. Because UI Goku's 18 key gives everybody a buff, so... It's fair, so we know in UI can dodge at least. I mean, God Goku got all of his orbs, so hopefully he'll be okay. Every time a UI comes out, they do his anime. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, UI has always had pretty good animations. Even that early Int one, like, for the time that he came out. Obviously, when he originally came out, he didn't even have a TUR, but... Oof. Well, this is going to be a risky one, because we've got to rely on Tech UI again, which I don't really want to have to do, but go on Tech UI. Yes, dodge. Yes. Let's go. He dodged all of them. An unexpected but pleasant surprise. In fact, to be fair, we're not even going to get to the point of Tech UI transforming, because... Oh, actually, no, Vegeta didn't do another additional. I was going to say, we're just going to kill him this turn. But... Yo, Christopher, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, typical. Now Blue Vegeta's dead. I just want to have one turn. Like, I guess technically that means we need to have Tech UI on turn 1. If it has to be turn 5 from his entry turn, I just want to have one run where we actually get Tech UI's thing.
All right, let's do this.
Just one run where we can actually get the domain would be nice. But yeah, that is true. It wasn't Tech UI who died, so. What's God Ku's hidden potential? But I would say just more dodge, because his easy 8 is good, but you just want him to dodge for the most part. Yeah, Jensen, how's it going? How you doing? How you doing? This is what caused it. Yeah, I just can't prove it. If you use Omega for this stage, Omega will never get hit by super attacks. Wait, is this stage... is both of his supers unarmed? They're not, are they? No, his second phase super isn't unarmed, so he would get hit by that. Alright, so the other physical UI is in slot 7. That is actually really good, though, because it means that we have a turn 3, like, physical UI that has 100% dodge. So yeah, that is actually pretty good. But yeah, Omega can't take... Well, Omega could counter the super as well, remember. It's not guaranteed. Oh, he has a scripted... Well, doesn't he super in every slot? So... Did we see that on one of the last runs with the Scouter up, that he was supering in all 3 slots? Get 'em, boys. Because I've got the thing up here, so he has scripted actions. Yeah, he just always supers in all 3 slots, according to this. But yeah, if he's only attacking once in each slot, right? Or is that what he does? Is it always the first attack of the turn then? Because he's attacking in... Because he's got multiple attacks in each slot here. Alright, so we're on turn 3. As I said, we just need to get to turn 5. Protect UI has to be the ultimate fumbler. Right, we'll have one more go, and
Let's do
then...
this.
But at least if he's on turn 2, I can float him off, and then he won't be back until turn 5. And then he'll transform. So he's only got to be on rotation once. Yeah, his 18, his 24 key doesn't matter, because he's got guaranteed dodge on this turn anyway. We won't even be replacing him, we'll just do something else. Does anyone want to see? So are there any other teams? Actually, you know, I kind of do want to try the crossover team. In fact, I should try the crossover team against a couple of the stages for a video, because obviously I do love the crossover team. So I want to, like, show that they're good still. I really wish I'd gotten Mirror and Toa, though. I've literally rainbowed in Xenotrunks and pulled an extra spare copy of him and still haven't pulled a single copy of Mirror and Toa. It's very annoying. It's not 100%, it's 50%. I mean, with a UI Goku, it is basically, if it isn't 100%, it's 0% most of the time. Oh man, it's a perfect turn where he wouldn't have to get attacked as well, but if I float him off, it just means that he automatically transforms when he comes back, so I should really. G4 team or Diamond team. Yeah, we're gonna try. We can do that next afterwards. But yeah, we're gonna try out the. I'm gonna try out the crossover team because a lot of people massively underestimate Ultra Super Villain Vegeta, in my opinion. I know he's not a top 10 LR anymore because so many of the recent units have been so good, but he's still cool. Apparently full Super Saiyan Sparking Zero isn't a playable character, just a customizable option. Oh, is it just going to be like a skin for like normal Goku or something? Because I could see them doing something like that. Do future with the in future Gohan and Trunks and the old AGL one. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I don't have Great Key in slot 3. This could be bad. Okay, no, there we go. The orbs came in clutch for me. Because, yeah, UI, Godku obviously needs less orbs in slot 3, but you still need to get a certain number. So that could have been a bit awkward. I want to make Gohan Black playable. I know, it's such a huge fumble. Like, also, it's been so long since the game came out. Like, surely they've heard the community say, like, where is our playable Gohan Black? And they still haven't done it. Like, that's crazy. Unless it's like a thing they're keeping secret for, like, when it comes out and they actually have done it. Because I guess technically that is a possibility. I mean, he's not even the worst summonable LR this year, because STR, Piccolo, and Goku exist. I don't like that unit at all, that Goku and Piccolo. Like, I'm sorry, but as far as I'm concerned, I know people will say I'm biased, because obviously crossover, but like, there's no way that Piccolo and Goku are better than Vegeta. Alright. Can God Goku dodge here, and then we'll be fine on the next turn? That's the big thing. Because this is turn, what, 3? Oh, he dodged the super. There we go. I think he should tank normals anyway. Yeah. I know, we've said that for years as like a joke, but it's also kind of not a joke. Where it's like, do the owners of the Dragon Ball IP just like not like making money or something? See, the annoying thing is I want to see Tech UI use his domain, but technically, if I want to just win, the safest thing to do this turn is to transform like both of the Vegetas and use their active skills and like just have basically like an unkillable Vegeta rotation. But then we probably do too much damage. Because if I do this and do this, like, well, to be fair, I say unkillable. This Vegeta at the end would still probably be a liability, but but yeah, the all Vegeta rotation, you love to see it. Move him wrong and use him on the God Key. I mean, that's the thing. I like using Ultra Super Villain Vegeta on the Realm of Gods team. But because he doesn't have guard, arguably he isn't great against AGL bosses. So he probably wouldn't be super good against this Cell Max, to be fair. Oh yeah, the bro's getting cooked here. Because Vegeta used his active skill in slot 3, which means he's getting guaranteed crits on this turn. So... Also, I do love this that super attack animation. I've been wanting them to do a redo of the Int Vegeta that we have on the team in slot 3. Like, his super attack where he beats down Rose. I've been wanting them to do like a... Oh, really? He took 1,000,000 damage from that? With the guard and everything? That's crazy. Another non-Tech UI death. It's kind of funny. Damn. STR Pickles is by far worse than Vegeta. Piccolo's Earthbred and is an afterthought its own team. Yeah. Do I have a crossover team already made? Yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. It's only my Vegeta as a friend. I mean, that's fine, because he's my Vegeta, so he's obviously a GOAT.
Alright, let's do this.
I have to make sure we've got one on both turns. That's the only problem with the crossover team. If you have both Vegetas on turn 1 or 2, or like one's in slot 7, like you basically have to restart, because you have to have Ultra Villain Vegeta on both turns. Alright, so let's see how we go. Does the crossover team still have it for the new Red Zone cell? I mean, hey, it's the Nappa System of a Down. So we'll do that. I forget what Xeno Trunks do in slot 3. I don't remember. So int or physical is that he gets guaranteed crits and an extra super. And then, yeah, the STR, AGL, and tech is that he buffs everybody's attack and crit. Which is probably pretty good. Although he can't get a super unless I get the int orb, so we'll just get the int orbs for him, I guess. This is a great OST, though. And not just the System of a Down inspired intro. Bear in mind as well, we didn't get any STR orbs for Ultra Super Villain Vegeta, so he's not even at his full like power. Damn. Mira didn't get the additional from his passive, and then just got a additional normal from the hidden potential. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's my only disappointment. I think Mira's EZA is really, really good, but the one major disappointment is that additional super that he has as part of his passive is not additional attack with a chance to be a super. It's just chance to be an additional super. So he either does an additional super or he does nothing. So you'll get turns where you get the hidden potential as well, and he does like 3 super attacks, and then you'll get turns where he just does 1. Which for a unit who is an infinite stacker, you really don't want turns where he's only doing 1 super attack. It's a little bit disappointing. But... Alright, so Tamigro goes slot 3. The problem with Ultra Super Villain Vegeta is we could get an STR orb there, but we do need him to get 18 key or he doesn't get his defense. Although, oh no wait, that's physical Xeno Trunks. I was going to say, int Xeno Trunks would give him extra key as part of his support, if that was int Xeno Trunks, but it isn't, so... Also, I forgot that Cell Max gives you minus key, which is bad for characters that want to have a certain amount of key, like Ultra Super Villain Vegeta, who doesn't get his full defense if he doesn't have 18 key. So bosses that give you, like, all your units minus key are really bad, like, for those characters. And remember, physical Xeno Trunks has multi-turn support on his super, so... But yeah, the only problem is this cell is obviously AGL in the second phase, so I'm not sure how good Super Villain Vegeta will be, because obviously, as good as he is defensively in general, he doesn't have guard. So strong AGL bosses will always be a problem for him, but... Right, Demigra getting the finish. So he's got the territory. Obviously, we don't have a domain on this team. Is it better to just float Mira here? Because Mira's probably tankier than you. Because the only advantage here is that you both get Fierce Battle, but you also get other links other than Xenoverse from Trunks. So it's kind of hard to decide which is the better option, really. We can get STR orbs here, though, which is nice. It is very possible that Vegeta does just die in slot 1. That is another thing to be aware of, I guess. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep Trunks here for now. Okay, he did get supered, so I think we should be okay. Because at least he now gets to attack first as well. We'll see. Okay, no, never mind. 5.7 million. Well, there you go. So we can't do the new Cell Max with crossover, because Vegeta has to be the slot 1 tank. So obviously, is the Climax Battle Cell a AGL? No, he's just STR, isn't he? Let's try that quickly. Oh, we can't anyway, because Vegeta's Extreme, so we'd have to do Beast. That's the only annoying... Actually, we can't even do that, because the whole team has to be Super or Extreme. That's annoying. Boo. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem with... Although he does have, like, he has some damage reduction, and his raw defense number is pretty good, he doesn't have guard. So that's like a hard-hitting AGL boss is always going to do massive damage to him, which is unfortunate, but is just the way it goes with type disadvantage. That's one of the reasons why people don't like him, because he doesn't have guard. Like, if you think about a lot of the big release LRs that we've gotten recently, a lot of them do have guard. And because he doesn't, that does make him weaker, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll give the Omega team a go. Do I have an Omega team built already? Haven't used one for a while, so I would imagine probably not. Usually my page 1 is teams that I like to run a lot at the moment. So Realm of Gods, Daima Goku's team, the new Beast team, obviously because it's new. Cell Max's team, again, because it's new. Dabura's team, new for me. Bond of Master and Disciple. I think that might have just been the one I used for the ESPR, though. Terrifying Conquerors with a Metal Cooler friend, because I don't have Metal Cooler. Heroes didn't do anything, Dark FE. That was Xenoverse. So your jeers are misplaced. That had absolutely nothing to do with Heroes. So, nah. Right, so... Extreme, LR, Physical, Omega... Double check our boy. So it's Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, or GT bosses. Yeah, Power Absorption, GT bosses, Inhuman Deeds. Right. Do we want to use Lude on the team? Is he good? Obviously, we want to use the Goat Legic. Frieza, probably. The second phase is AGL, so... Do I want to use Tech Sin, probably? And then... I don't remember, his full thing is Worldwide Chaos, Shadow Dragon Saga, or Battle of Fate. I mean, for Legic it doesn't really matter. You're not going to be on there though, which is annoying. Worldwide Chaos... Yeah, you're not going to be on there either, are you? Lude is above AGL, Goku, Vegeta, Easy A on True Slay. I mean, to be fair, they are not very good. Well, I say that. They're okay. They're just not crazy. Yes, he only gets the one... Lude only gets the 170 from him as well. It's a shame Rosé is as aged out as he is. Baby, I don't want to use Baby because the second phase is AGL. So I don't really want to use the Shadow Dragons either. Have we got any super easy A's? Oh, I guess there's STR Omega, but also he's STR, which I literally just said I don't want to use an STR character. Can we use Tech Super 17? Is he going to be too weak here? I don't want to use STR Nova because obviously he's STR and he can't counter Cooler. STR Cooler is not the best either. Oh, what do you mean Metal Cooler? Oh yeah, Metal Cooler's on here, but there's no other coolers. Could try it though, I suppose. What do you mean there's no Omega friends? Why are people not running Omega? I mean, I'm joking, I'm not surprised. A 66% guess with SA12. I guess we just have to use my 69% one, like duplicate, I guess.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so Omega's team against Cell. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, we do have an Omega on the first turn, so that's good. I just shared my run on the Discord. You were there in spirit. What's it? Whereabouts is it? Okay, so... And we don't want to have Lude in slot 1 straight away. You in slot 1 straight away, because obviously he has the... as the first attacker, he gets extra dodge, like 1 time. So we want to do this first, I guess. Omega's domain... Oh, that's the other good point as well. Omega has a domain, so obviously counters the... counters Cellmax's territory thing in the second one. Challenge. Oh, for the Tech UI. Hey, I actually got Tech UI to transform. Let's go. You also have AGL God Goku. That would be helpful, because his revival could stop Tech UI from selling at least once. But unfortunately, I do not have AGL God Goku. That would have been quite helpful for the run, I think. Yeah, Omega will be good. Because, yeah, the action break obviously is helpful as well. And yeah, as people pointed out in the chat, one of the reasons why we're trying this challenge is the fact that because Omega has the action break and Cell always supers in like every slot in the second phase, Omega can basically never get supered. And in the first phase, he can just negate unarmed supers anyway. So... Okay, Lude doing alright as well. We'd love to see that. For free-to-play LR. Also, you got to remember that Lude's links are not great as well. So, he's only got GT and I think Infighter with Legic we saw there is like his only links active for this that rotation. So, definitely not bad. Yeah, Omega can't... Well, Omega could fail to negate, but yeah, Omega basically, if he's actually performing, can't get supered. Or can't take damage from this... like this Cellmax Phase 1 super. Because he just negates it. Grind it in. Try to text in, just kills him here now anyway. Now we could, I don't know, because obviously, ideally you want Frieza to get hit a little bit first and get built up. So I'm not sure how good Frieza will be, even with the active skill. How good he would be at tanking all these hits from Cell Max on his first appearance turn. But also, that most of the attacks are at the end, so it's not even really that good of a turn. And they're going to have no links except legendary power. Let's give it a go and see what happens. I'm genuinely not sure. And especially because mine's only 55%. It's not really ideal. He's probably, I think I said this in a video the other day, out of all the units that I currently have, because obviously if there was units I didn't have, I'd be picking those. But out of all the units that I do have, the unit that I want dupes for the most is probably this Tech Golden Frieza and Gogeta. Because they're so good on the Terrifying Conquerors team, Omega's team, the Movie Bosses team, and then you can use them on this Movie Heroes team, like the Superclass teams, and use the Gogeta, as long as you don't, like, Frieza doesn't fumble on his first turn. But at 55%, they can be fraudulent. Yes, he took 800k, so... so he's probably just dead to the... because he's going to get supered again, so... Although, hopefully Omega breaks if the first attack is the super, but then Frieza gets supered in slot 3, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so Frieza dies. So yeah, Frieza, you don't want to use his active skill if he hasn't been on the rotation yet. So basically we need him to ideally have gotten hit on like a single turn before, and then on the second phase, his active skill, he'll obviously have a little bit more defense and stuff. Okay, well now we know. So we will not do that again. Does anyone want to set a Rainbow Omega for me? And I'll quickly do something to like reset the friends list. I'll reset my Petan as well, actually, quickly. Make sure you guys refresh your Petan. Don't forget about good old Petan battle. But yeah, if someone wants to set a Rainbow Omega for me, that would be nice. Skill issue, my Rainbow Frieza. Well, you know, those 4 extra dupes probably do quite a bit of work there, to be fair. So... Yes, right. I'll reset my Petan first of all. I've got so many of these older tech stickers. We've got 27 of you, 30 of you, so we don't even need to use the 27 because we've got 2 that are at 28. Any other AGL bosses? Yeah. 32 Vegetos. We got 2 in ones, nice. So we can just change this to physical. Right, so what have I got in terms of the most physical? 25, 35, 30, 30. Well, actually, yeah, this guy's a higher difficulty one, so we've got to throw in silver one. Actually, you had less, didn't you? Because Gogeta was 25 and you were 30. $20 bombers, 19 long. Okay, there you go. It doesn't have to get all the way to 0. I don't really care that much. That would have only made it like 10 minutes shorter, which, let's be honest, we don't really care all that much. So you're at 30, 34, 19 is now the highest for those. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. No, I used up all the manga ones. I did farm quite a lot of them, but I do also, like, I do Petan constantly. So, like, every time it ends, I do reset it and everything. So, yeah. Right, so now I need to do something to reset the friends list. So we'll do a quick Whis event run. Who knows? We could get a God Skill Orb.
All right, let's do this.
Probably not, but you know, we'll see. I don't want to put it on auto because I'll forget to put it on auto when we go back into the other event. Right, so that should... Oh, I did get a gold one. What's it going to be? Come on, something good. Level 7 crit for Super Int. I can't imagine any, like... If we look at the recent Super Int characters... Like barely... Characters barely ever come out now that need crit in their hidden potential anyway. Like, who would I give that to? Because Beerus doesn't need crit, does he? I mean, I don't have dupes in Beerus anyway, but... Yeah, because he has a bunch of crit chance already. Crit has become like the most useless hidden potential ability. There's occasionally characters that come out that need crit, but it's very, very rare. Like... Very, very rare that characters come out that need crit. Hey, look, there's a Rainbow Friend Omega. Let's go. Good old Dark FE. Right. So, let's see. Now that we actually have a Rainbow Friend... Let me record it as well, just in case we get a good run here.
All right, let's do this.
You watch the starting rotation be terrible, and we'll have wasted the friend Omega. Hey, look, no Omega on slot 1. They're both on turn 2. Fortunately, even though it means we have to waste it, we can use the Legic in slot 1 for one-time thing, but really didn't want to have to use that on the first turn. Because I don't really want to put Frieza in slot 1 either. Because if we float off Frieza here, he can take a bunch of hits, which means he can, when he then comes back around for the second phase, he'll have taken a bunch of hits, so he won't get immediately destroyed. Yeah, I guess we'll just grab the same type orbs, I suppose. Yeah, typical. We get someone to set an Omega friend, because obviously there's no Omegas on the friends list, and it immediately gives me like a dodgy starting rotation. I would say I'm surprised, but you know, Dokkan RNG, be Dokkan RNG, I guess. What can you do? One day we'll be able to pick our starting rotation. Probably not. I mean, yeah, 37 million is not bad for Lude, considering he's a free-to-play LR. He's only got GT and Infighter, I think, with Legic, and then Legendary Power, obviously, with Frieza. I mean, to be fair, that's more links than he sometimes gets active as well. Like, his link set is not good, so even a rotation, like even a setup where he can have 3 links active is definitely not terrible. For him, anyway. Yeah, see, Frieza taking some damage from these first few hits, but at least that builds up his passive. So that then when he gets that big boost from the active skill when we do use it, he doesn't just immediately get clapped. Right, so how long does his thing last for? It's for 3 turns, so this, yeah, so you use the one that's on rotation, because then when it runs out, the next one will be ready to go straight away. Right, so we can grab these. Cooler should be okay here. The Cooler Omega rotation is definitely interesting. Big Bad Boss's Fierce Battle Legendary Power, but obviously because of the way Omega's passive works, like, Cooler's getting a lot of support. Oh wow, we didn't get the 18 key. Yeah, they don't share key links though, which is awkward. 188 days more until 3,000 days in Dokkan. Hey, nice! I'm at 3,600 and something. Last Saturday though, I made the mistake because I was busy Friday and Saturday. So Thursday and Friday, I recorded loads of videos so that I could then just chill. And because I was out all day Saturday, I got back really late and then chilled out with Little Blue for a bit before going to bed. I actually completely forgot to do anything on Dokkan on Saturday, so I lost my consecutive streak. So I'm back up to like 7 days now, but my cumulative one is still like 3,600 and something. I mean, at the end of the day, your consecutive streak doesn't matter. Like, the rewards from it suck, so obviously it's nice to have. Like, for a long time, my one was only like 150 days behind my main one. So my main logins was like, you know, 3,000 and something, and my consecutive was like 2,900 and something. But there was, I think it was, I was up to about 150 days, because there was a little while, obviously about 150 days ago, where the game was quite dead, and I'd done a couple of like discussion videos in a row, so I hadn't done any actual in-game videos. And because I'd had a lot of other stuff going on as well, I just hadn't, because I'd only done videos where I wasn't playing the game, I didn't do anything in the game at all, and then didn't realise until the next day. But it is what it is. Oh yeah, the problem of course is now that we've used up our 1 turn. Can we do this? Will you just die? That's awkward. I mean, we could cross our fingers and hope that he doesn't super in slot 1, I guess, but good old bad starting rotation, eh? Don't super. He's taking double-digit damage. Let's go. Never any doubt. I mean, again, so 40 million with only 2 links active. It's not bad. For a free-to-play LR as well, remember. That's the important thing. I'll take that. Okay, so phase 2. Does he get... I can't remember. Let me get his look at his things again here. Does he get stronger every turn or no? Because if he does, we probably should just use Freezer Stick straight away. But because obviously we can get... Metal Cooler has his Revival active, obviously. But only for him, because there's no other Cooler on the rotation. That's the thing. So phase 2... Yeah, he doesn't get any stronger. But obviously the territory is not active as well. That's the other thing, I guess. Because Frieza would take even more damage if the territory buff was in play, but it isn't. So what does that give you now on this turn? 2 million defense. Yeah, see, the problem is Cell Max supers for 16.4 million damage. And Frieza has what? What's Frieza's damage reduction? Let me get my calculator up here quickly. Frieza has Guard, which is good. He has 7. To be fair, I thought it was 60. His base damage reduction being 70% is actually really good. But this is why I want dupes for him, because you would give him full dodge. Because yeah, 16.5 million minus 70% is 5 million basically. It's like 4.9 something. But then he also has Guard. So that puts it to like 2 million-ish. I mean, he probably is still going to take a bit of damage, but when we pick up the orbs from Omega, his defense should go up as well, right? Because even though he's not a GT boss, he gets the defense, just not the damage reduction. So I think he should be okay. But we're going to find out. Plus, you know, he did take a normal first as well, so now his defense has gone up slightly more as well. Because every hit he takes until his passive is fully maxed out is another little boost. Omega's going to action break the first super away as well. So Frieza doesn't have to eat a super immediately. Cooler attacks, and then because next turn we won't have the target, but then Physical Omega can just revive. So Physical Omega probably is going to die on his next turn. Why do I keep saying Omega? Physical Metal Cooler is going to die on his next turn, but then just revive. So hopefully we should be looking good here. So what are you taking from this? Again, this is a 16.5 million damage super. And there you go, he took 50k. I mean, as much as I complain about not having dupes in my Golden Frieza and Gogeta, that's a 55% Golden Frieza and Gogeta taking 50k from a 16.5 million damage super. Oh, and bear in mind as well, on the Omega team, they're not even getting the full leader skill from Omega. Like, that's something you guys have to bear in mind as well. Omega is only giving them the 170, I think, right? Because they're... Where is Omega on their leaders thing? Why does Omega not show up on there? Is it because it's lower than 200? Yeah. They're only on the first part of his leader skill. So they're only getting 170% attack and defense. So on a 220 team, from 2 leaders, that's a 50%, that's like 220 is what, a 50% discrepancy from 2 leaders. So if they were on a double 220 lead, they'd be getting an extra 100% to stats. And they still took 50k, 55% on a 170 lead. Yeah, because like for some reason, people still like underrate Golden Frieza and Gogeta like crazy, when they sort of had the STR Future Gohan treatment, where when they came out, people were a little bit like, about them. But then loads of teams came out that gave them buffs. Because I don't know if you remember back during that meta, like during that period, STR Future Gohan had a couple of 200% leaders come out in really quick succession. I think one of them was the physical trio from the Broly Worldwide. That like, he was then really, really good on those teams. And he sort of got a new lease of life. But yeah, because of all the buffs that Terrifying Conquerors and movie bosses have gotten recently, like Golden Frieza and Gogeta are just so good. And movie heroes and superclass, again, I still think they can be good on that team. Frieza can absolutely fumble on his first turn, but you pretty much just float off Frieza on the first turn, and then as soon as he comes back again, you're ready to do the Gogeta shenanigans on like a superclass team. So yeah, definitely, as I say, they are the unit, out of all the units I have, because there are units I wish I could pull that I don't have, of all the units that I have, that are only like, you know, 55% or 69%, Golden Frieza and Gogeta are like the #1 unit that I want dupes for. But annoyingly, when they came back on a banner the last time, I think it was Dabura. I only did like a few summons for Dabura because I didn't have the stone budget to go like super crazy on that banner. And I didn't pull him or them. I probably should have just got a dupe with coins, to be fair, but it is what it is. But the summon point thing is going to be updated soon, so I probably will... well, I say I probably will. Why wouldn't I? I will be using a summon ticket soon for one of the summon point banners, although I need to see the lineups again, because I'm kind of tempted. I haven't used the Carnival one before. I've always done the Dokkan Festival one. But because the banners are being updated with the anniversary characters, obviously the Dokkan Fest ones were on the Tanabata banner, and I pulled a dupe of the Super Saiyan 4s, and so coined a dupe of Daima Goku. So I've gotten extra copies of them since the anniversary, but both the Carnival LRs, Vegeta... Actually, no, UI Goku and Blue Evolution are 79% for me. I was going to say, because Daima Vegeta is only 55%. But I suppose when I think about it, do I really want extra copies of him? Because getting UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta to 90% would be nice, but it's not in any way necessary, because they just are super good at 79%. Their gold slot is unlocked, that's the important thing. So maybe I will just get the Dokkan Fest ticket, because I'm assuming they'll still be on the lineup for the Dokkan Fest one. Fortunately, they've been on the lineup for the Dokkan Fest one the previous 2 times, and I got like Baby and then STR Gamma 2 and Piccolo, which, to be fair, that was my only copy of STR Gamma 2 and Piccolo, so I'm not going to complain too much. We had that fun run with them for the Superheroes mission. Yeah, my In Future Gohan and Trunks are only 55% as well, and yeah, they will be on the Carnival banner, so that is another reason to potentially do it on the Carnival banner, yeah. I'll see. Giant form time, baby, let's go. I like the fact that just for flavor reasons, because giant forms don't need to pick up a certain color orb because they can't heal anyway. So I do think it's funny they made it so that when Lude transforms into his form where he turns entirely red, he changes the entire orb field into red orbs. I think that's hilarious. Because they easily could have just made it in orbs, but it makes no difference because giant forms, like, it doesn't matter whether you pick up same type orbs or not. So every time I've done summon points, I got a Pycon. Yeah, that's the problem. The Carnival banner before just had so many LRs that I knew I didn't want to pull. So that's why I didn't. That's why I've never done it on the Carnival banner. It just seemed like too much of a risk for like a bunch of units that I knew I didn't want. I don't have Carnival LR Kale and Caulifla though. I feel like they're another unit that people underrated, but they don't really have a lot of great teams at the moment, to be fair. In fact, let me check. Like, what teams are they even on realistically now that are good? 200% plus leads. So in terms of full 220 leads, I mean, they're on the Martian Vegeta team, they're on the AGL Godku team. But yeah, really in terms of like really good current meta leads, that's kind of it. Because the other leads they're on is like the Golden Week, like Hit and Blue Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, 10th Anniversary AGL Vegeta. Like, those are all characters like you don't run their leader skills anymore. So yeah, they're not on a lot of great teams. They had like a short... I think we were talking about it the other day though, like for how they could do an upcoming Super Bosses sort of celebration to buff Super Bosses a little bit. Because Cell Max obviously is a Super Boss, but his team is Movie Bosses. And then they added a bunch of Super Bosses missions to stuff. If they did a Dokkan Fest Caulifla, because then they could Easy A AGL Kale, and then Super Easy A AGL Kale and Caulifla, and then Physical LR Kale and Caulifla would probably still be usable again. Especially if the new Caulifla or Kale's Easy A or something gave like loads of support. Actually, can I just do this as well? I probably can, right? Because is this 10 orbs? Okay, it's 8. Ah, that's 90% chance to dodge. I'll roll the dice. Because he doesn't link with he doesn't link with Lude outside of legendary power anyway, Frieza. So if he's only going to get legendary power from a unit, it might as well be Gogeta as much as it is Frieza. So physical UI and Goma on a banner. Yeah, see, that's crazy. I do have... The problem is I have 2 dupes in physical UI and 2 dupes in Goma. And whilst getting another copy of them is obviously not a bad thing, but the difference between 79% and 90% is just so negligible that, like, it would feel like a wasted pull to me to pull either of them. But yeah, like, in future Gohan, actually getting physical Kale and Caulifla, like, those would be good pulls. Who else is going to be on there? I actually can't remember. Did we see a post of like what the lineup was going to be? Because we know that it's going to be updated, but did they actually show like what the new lineup is? Because I feel like I missed that. Hey, let's go Gogeta. I mean, come on, 90% chance to dodge. So this is a bit of a scary turn, though, because now the domain is over. If we were getting the Dokkan attack now, it would be good. But it's all units up to God Vegeta. Oh, God, because that means Piccolo's going to be on there. And I really don't want him. I haven't got him, but... Man, I would be disappointed if I pulled STR Piccolo, like the Goku Exchange one. Because I really don't like him, and I don't run any teams where I could realistically use him either, so... yeah, I really do not want him. Dude, I'd be so gutted. I should have focused on the same type orbs to see if we could push for the Dokkan attack on this turn, but I also wanted to make sure that Sin could get all of his orbs, which I think is probably more important. I mean, that's actually not bad tanking for Tech Sin, when you think about the fact that... Did he easy 8? Was it GDC he easy 8? So he's like almost a year old at this point. Let me check. Text in. Easy 8. Yeah. Actually, it was the 29th of the 7th. So literally he's 5 days away, his Easy 8, from being a year old. So his Easy 8 is 360 days old. And yeah, that's not bad tanking considering how hard Cell Max can actually hit for. So what I could do here is attack with Cooler first, because Cooler will either kill him or potentially die and revive. And if neither of those things happen, then Omega just kills him. So I'm pretty sure this is just GG now. We're also getting the Dokkan attack with Cooler.
Time to get serious.
So GT Heroes team for Lude in Clash is ideally what you want to use. I beat him with a crossover team on my first try, though. As long as you've got a good, strong team, it's not too bad. Turles will be in the next lineup, yeah. But yeah, whoopsie. Was it who said that as well? Dark FP, yeah. Saiyan Saga Celebration earlier in the year was really good. The Vegeta and Nappa were good. The Cyberman banner unit was good. They did a bunch of sub-Easy A's for a change, and they were all good. Unfortunately, the Piccolo and Goku wasn't particularly great. And the physical Goku and Piccolo Easy A I didn't think was that great either, but... Like, wait, this cell can be attack lowered. Did I know that and I've just forgotten? Or that's crazy. He can be attack lowered in the Red Zone cell phase 2. Wow. Oh yeah, I think I did mention it in the first run, because yeah, his super attack damage is so ridiculously high, but he can be attack lowered. But yeah, it's funny, we did the Dokkan attack with Metal Cooler and it still wasn't enough to finish off the fight. Then Metal Cooler dies and revives, and then literally Omega just kills him on this turn. So that's why I said we're GG, because either Cooler kills him, Cooler dies and revives, and then Omega kills him on the next turn, or if Physical Cooler hadn't killed him and didn't die, then physical Omega on that turn kills him. So yeah, basically we're all good. But there you go. Omega team crushing Cell Max. You'll love to see it. But yeah, AGL, Nappa, and Vegeta were good. Physical Raditz EZA was the redemption he needed. Tech Raditz sub EZA was really good. Right. There we go. Omega versus Red Zone Cell Max. Pretty good. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Let me know other teams you want to see me try out against the Red Zones. That was pretty fun. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. I'll throw the outro in there in the end in case I do decide to use it as a video at some point. Maybe not even today, but like if I need an extra video to throw in a slot in like the next couple of days, I can use that. So the clash of only type neutral teams. I mean, that's a bit too long of a. We've only got half an hour left of the stream. What was the other team? What did you say, Dylan? Wait, why is Nightbot deleting? Wait, what? Why has Nightbot deleted all of... What's happening? Oh, I think it's timed him out because, yeah, unfortunately, if you accidentally put a dot between your words, like instead of, like if you accidentally put this, right, instead of a space, if you put cell dot max instead of this, Nightbot thinks that because you put a dot there, Nightbot thinks you're trying to post a link. So then it deletes your comment. And then obviously if you accidentally do it like more than once, you can get timed out because it thinks you're trying to spam links in the chat, which is stupid. Oh, Future, yeah, that was it, with Future, Gohan, and Trunks. I mean, I do like that team, so not obviously so much AGL, Future, Gohan, and Trunks, even though their EZA was good, but let's see. Although it has to be Future specifically, so Future, Bond of Master and Disciple. Because I don't know if we can do a full Future Bond of Master and Disciple and it be good. Because obviously we put you two on there. Then yeah, we just got to find AGL, Future Gohan and Trunks. Because the problem is these guys are just not really very good now for tough things. Can you beat the whole clash? Well, there's not enough units to do the whole clash with crossover characters. But I beat Lude with the Xenoverse Vegeta crossover team when I did it the first time. So. Alright, so who else are we putting on here? I mean, in theory, this Trunks can be good, but he's completely dodge or die because he's a free-to-play character. Okay, yeah, we'll just use Future Gohan's team, because then we can throw on No, I've put the wrong one. That's why. I was like, where's all the units gone that I was looking at? Right, Bond of Master and Disciple. Because, yeah, we can have Beast, we can have UI. And then maybe throw in... You need a superhero ally, so we've got to be careful who we keep you on rotation with. But yeah, we'll throw in AGL Gohan as well. Alright, so does anyone have a future Gohan that has good good dupes, other than obviously Dark FV, because we've already used him as a friend? I don't like Int Piccolo. He seems to fumble for me every time I use him. But yeah, does anyone have a future Gohan who's on my friends list? Somebody must do. I mean, I did use that AGL Trunks for the Super Battle Road. He was quite fun in there, but yeah, he's not ideal for sure. I'll just do a quick one of these runs anyway, and if somebody does have them and they can set them, then that will obviously help me. He's the GOAT for burst modes. I mean, he can be, as long as an event doesn't disable dodge and you don't get terrible RNG, like, he can be pretty good. He's just not, like, super, super good or anything. I don't think he's terrible. I just don't think he's, like, really good. And considering he wasn't great on release, they didn't give him the kind of, like, redemption EZA that, they didn't give him the redemption EZA that they gave Physical Raditz, that's for sure. We got a bronze orb. Because, yeah, they understood the assignment when they did Physical Raditz as EZA, but AGL Trunks. Not only did they not understand the assignment got lost in the mail, like... Okay, so we still don't have one. I'll do one more run, because that's all I have the stamina for, but... If someone who's on my friends list can set in future Gohan and Trunks before this run ends, would be quite nice. Otherwise, we have to use mine, who's 55%. Actually, was it a 69% friend that was on the thing? I have to just use that, but... OST is this is the Cyberman OST. Good one? No, that was bronze. I was about to say I only looked at the color and not the writing, and I was like, oh, is that gold? But the answer is no, it is not. Alright, let's see. I mean, I might as well go into the event because we're doing the event next anyway, so. To be honest, in the last year I got some low characters. Some low characters. Import any anniversary LRs and anyone until Golden Week. Ooh. Yeah, I do have the Saiyan Day Majin Vegeta. I think I got fairly lucky in pulling him, but I did only get the one copy. Where was that Future Gohan to? There. Right, so yeah, we've only got the 69% guess. Are they at least level 10 links? Otherwise I might as well just use my 55% one. Yes. And they do have a dodge silver skill or okay, that's not bad. 9 dodge, 3 crit, 9 additional. What's mine? Yeah, mine's just full dodge. Fair enough. Alright, we'll give it a go. Alright, so we had a request for the Int Future Gohan team, but using the AGL Gohan and Trunks EZA. In fact, I should bring their card details up because rather than having to keep looking at it in the thing, I do not remember what they do with the AZA. Alright, let's go ahead and jump in.
Let's do this.
Hopefully we get a decent starting rotation. I don't know if maybe you're behind in the stream because I did say a few times, but it's too late now, unfortunately. Right, so let me just look at their things. So what do they need to do? For one turn, they change orbs, or when HP is 58% or more. That's fine. Change orbs, get additional attacks. Yeah, so they're not. Oh, we got double Future Gohan turn 1. That's annoying. But we've got the other Gohan on turn 2 with the Goku, so he's going to have a super class ally. So it's not the starting rotation that we ideally would have wanted, but it's not completely terrible. So can probably make this work. Because Future Gohan isn't terrible defensively on his first turn. He's just not, like, super good. But he's got type... Actually, to be fair, he's quite strong on his first turn, let's be fair. And we've got type advantage over this cell. So we can do that. Cell giving the minus key is not ideal for a rotation where the physical UI doesn't have good key links, but... yeah, very much would like these guys to return on a banner. Alright, let's get rid of this Cyberman OST. Let's put on a more... I haven't listened to Cell Max's ones a lot recently. Let's put this on. Since we're fighting Cell Max. Double digit damage, let's go. Yeah, we did see from like the reveal trailer that his OST does go pretty hard. Yeah, we do need a new super. What they need to do is mix things up a bit to make it a bit more interesting, a bit more fun. Let's get an extreme character that has a standby, like the, you know, Boo Duo or Jiren, where like their standby is super tanky, and then they either do an attack or transform or something. And then let's get a super class character with a domain. That would be nice for GDC. Mix it up a little bit. Because basically all the extreme characters are, domain characters are extreme. There's only Tech UI Goku and that free-to-play Trunks, who obviously is beyond unusable. And then for extreme standby, you've got the Majin Vegeta, part of the Barbadian, what's his face? Oh, no, it's just Barbadi. And then the standby is Majin Vegeta. But that's like it, isn't it? Like... is Gohan going to be okay here? Do you get links with you? Yeah, to be fair, you do. So what are these guys at? 667k. Are they going to be okay? I guess we're going to find out. But yeah, domain for superclass and like a standby for extreme would be really cool. As like a... Like, let's mix it up a bit for GDC. I think that would be cool. Obviously, we'll see what happens. Okay, 22 million. I mean, their animations aren't terrible either, but they're obviously an older unit now, but so they raise defense. Yeah, to be fair, they greatly raise defense on both of their supers. Yeah, fair. They took double-digit damage. Can't complain about that. And obviously the first base cell max is not the one that is a problem, but we'll take that. Double-digit damage. Not going to complain. And then STR Goku shouldn't fumble here, hopefully. Kind of annoying that we didn't quite kill him, but what can you do, I guess? Alright, so now this is where Future Gohan is potentially a liability. The revival is available. I really don't want to waste, like, the blue Vegeta turn or anything, though, so I'm just going to have to do this and hope that UI does actually just dodge out of his, like, off of his passive, because, man, it would be a shame to waste, like, the Blue Evolution Vegeta guaranteed, like, tanking turn on a turn where we literally just have to hit this guy once and then he dies. But you watch UI Goku fumble in slot 1 here somehow. When I say somehow, it will just be because he doesn't dodge, but I don't mean somehow as in, like, I can't imagine how he will fumble, but somehow as in he should be perfectly fine to dodge in slot 1, but he did, so it's okay. He didn't let me down here, so alright. So, if I do that, actually, what would be really good here is if Future Gohan revives on this turn, then we floated off that other Trunks, which then means we'll get them together, which is actually quite good. Although, what do these guys get? Because do these guys have to revive, or oh, you have to revive if you want to exchange into Gohan, don't you? Or I don't even remember how these guys work anymore. It's been that long since I've used them. I can't remember what these guys do. So yeah, the active skill is exchange into Gohan. Right, so if we exchange into Gohan, then Gohan has... when he dies, he gets revived. But if anyone's revival is activated, he gets the buff. So... But we can't use his active skill yet anyway, because that has to be... When is it? Starting from the 3rd turn from the start. Wait, what? Can be activated when HP is 58% or... Oh, I thought it said or starting from... Yeah, I thought it said or starting from the 3rd turn. It's 58% or less starting from the 3rd turn. That's why he can't exchange, right. Okay. That's fine. So we can do that. And then we can do this. And then regardless of if anyone dies on this turn, Future Gohan revives. And then on the next rotation, we have the revived Gohan. Well, okay. AGL Gohan's just going to bite it straight away. Okay, fair enough. Oh, because he has no superhero ally on this rotation. That's right, because we floated off STR Goku last time. I shouldn't have done that. Oh, well. What can you do? It's one of the annoying things, like, whenever you have a character that is, like, must have a specific type of character on the rotation with them, when they first come out, it's always fine. Obviously, if it's a character that's on their leader skill, it doesn't really matter too much when they come out. But that then is one of the things that makes them sort of not age as well as some other characters. Because obviously, for that Gohan, he's super good. And if you want to run him on a bunch of other teams, like this, with the Bond of Master and Disciple, he has to have a superhero ally on rotation with him. Otherwise, he doesn't get his extra defense and damage reduction. And of course, Future Gohan and all of those other, like, Future Gohan and Trunks, they're not superheroes characters. Oh man, there's like no key. That sucks. I really don't want to do this, because I have a horrible feeling if I do this that, like, he will just fumble, whereas at least we know that, like, in slot 1 this guy's invincible, but it's definitely a real feels bad moment to not get the 24 key with him. Because if I do this, we already know that Vegeta dies to a super from this Cell Max. Although, actually, if I use... Well, okay, hang on. So, we'll do this. If I use Beast Gohan's active skill, Vegeta can't die. But then we drop to 1 HP and then Beast Gohan just dies to double-digit damage. Yeah, there's kind of no way to get around it, like... Super annoying. Because, yeah, we need to do this and have the STR Goku just dodge everything. So, unfortunately, I guess it just means no key for Blue Evolution Vegeta. It sucks, but it is what it is, unfortunately. So, we'll do that, and then we'll do that. Okay. So, yeah, not ideal, but we'll have to do. I mean, Vegeta will still do some okay damage because it is the active skill turn, but yeah, not having 18 key on this turn is very disappointing. He does some okay damage though, and I mean the thing is we want to see the future Gohans and stuff doing things, so I suppose him not doing insane damage on this turn and just killing Cell Max too quickly is probably a good thing, I guess. Although you watch after all that, me trying to decide where to put them and everything, you watch after all that, STR Blue Goku just won't dodge. And he'll survive on 1 HP, but then obviously Beast will just die to double-digit damage, which is always really annoying. It's one of the reasons why I hate the survive KO mechanic, if it doesn't have a built-in, like... and then you get a bit of extra HP or something, because... Okay, he did dodge. Good. Because then, yeah, on the active skill turn, Beast easily survives the super at the end, as well as getting the counters off. And then next turn, we have the double rotation of our leads. We've got the post-revive buff Future Gohan, and we've got Trunks. And Trunks, obviously, on his active skill turn can have 100% dodge. So next turn should be pretty fun. So yeah, Beast tanks that easily. Then he can get some counters off here as well. Do an extra little bit of damage. Love to see that. Okay, so that means we go slot 2, active skill with Trunks. Let's get the animations in here, because why not? So, active skill with Trunks. We gotta remember that Gohan still doesn't have a superhero ally, though, so this isn't a great turn for Gohan, although we can use his active skill, I guess. I probably should have just used Orange Piccolo instead of AGL Gohan. Because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the Blue Goku. I think when I put them on the team together, I was thinking I'd just keep them together so that Gohan always had the superhero ally, and then I just didn't do that. So, yeah, Gohan's active skill recovers HP, gives him extra attack, so it doesn't give him extra defense. If I switch over to Gamma 1... Gamma 1's active does damage, buffs superhero allies, so it doesn't really do anything in terms of buffing allies, but what I could do is use his active skill to give the attack buff and the heal, because we're down a little bit of HP. We might as well get the extra heal. So do that, and then switch to Gamma 1 anyway, because then Gamma 1 gets the attack boost. He's not going to have crazy links or anything, but...
This mission.
Because so we can do this, do this. Because yeah, this should be a fun rotation with Future Gohan and Trunks together. And then Gamma 1 can just grab all those AGL orbs. Alright, So let's see how the boy gets on here. Someone in the animation studio must be a Trunks fan. Like, there is literally no excuse that they went this hard on Trunks' animations. They're so good. You imagine, like, they report to the budget thing. It's like, wow, you guys have spent a lot of money on these animations for this celebration. Is it another character of the hype levels of Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? It's like, no, boss. It's future Trunks from the first time he goes Super Saiyan. But we've given him a Dokkan original animation where he uses the sword. Now, does Gohan live this post-revive future Gohan? No, he does not. That's what I was worried about, because, as we said before in some of the other runs, that is a, like, 16 million damage super. So, I was a bit concerned that future Gohan, like, wasn't going to be able to tank that. So, yeah. I did have a feeling that that might happen. Well, that does basically bring us in line with the end of the stream, so I need to just refresh my Petan. Did I rename that? I didn't rename it, did I? I wanted to keep the video for the Omega versus... Is it this one? Yeah. So let me rename that so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Because my thing just saves the things as like the date and time. By default, the recording thing that I use. So I need to make sure I don't rename that, otherwise it's just going to be in a whole list of other videos with today's date and different times. But yeah, that was like 2 million damage, and that's the thing. Like, if I had dupes in him, like, extra defense isn't going to help that much. The major thing having dupes would obviously help with would be the fact that he would be able to have more dodge, because he would have... If he has the gold slot unlocked, he could obviously have gold skill orbs. Or a gold skill orb, obviously not multiple of them. But, But yeah, that's the only problem. Like, future Gohan and Trunks, the unit can still be really good if you're using them on other teams and you only have one of them. So then you can revive, and then Trunks can be really good. But unfortunately, the unrevived one that stays as future Gohan, as you can see there, like, whilst he can still be good in some situations, he's not tanking like the big boys in the meta at the moment, unfortunately. So he is kind of he's kind of outdated now. But the Trunks part of the card, like, the unit is, like I said, the unit is still good if you only have one of them on the team, because the Trunks part of the card is still good. But especially on, like, that active skill turn, he just has a 100% chance to dodge. And then because of the way you would use future Gohan, he's super good on his first turn, and then you could just float him off. Then he comes back on turn 4, dies. You could put him in slot 3, dies and revives. Trunks comes back on turn 7 and is invincible. By then you've won, right? And you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to float him off if you want to get Trunks out earlier and do some damage. It depends how long the event is going to be. But that's the thing with these characters like in Fat Boo, where they have a thing where on the turn after they revive, they have a way to make themselves invincible. Like, for Trunks, it's the active skill. For Fat Boo, it's the Ghost Usher. Like, those units age really, really well, because you have multiple scenarios where they can't die the first time because they revive, and then they can't die the second time because they have a thing that protects them from dying. So they basically have 2 turns where they can't die, which is obviously really, really good. So, anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link pinned in the chat for my second channel, Ningen Plays. If you haven't ever checked it out, it's where I do all my non-Dokkan gaming. So I'll be streaming there tonight. 8 PM UK time, so that's in like 10 hours from now. We've been playing this sandbox survival game set in like the frozen wilderness where you have to survive against the elements and wolves and stuff. It's called The Long Dark. I've been playing that for a little while now, but yeah, it's very good, very fun. Just nice and chill survival game. We'll be playing that later on, so hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. Do check out the second channel. Like I said, it's where I do all my non-Dokkan gaming, so, you know, like when big stuff like GTA 6 comes out, I'll play that over there. I might just play the campaign myself, but I'll definitely do the like messing around in the online and stuff. But all non-stuff, whenever the next Resident Evil DLC comes out, Code Veronica Remake, the new Silent Hill, there's a lot of stuff coming out this year that will be pretty good that I'll be doing over there. So do check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, that's it from me. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.